Yeah, it's been started. So yeah, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, ma'am. And you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm also pretty well. Thank you for asking me. So yeah, today we are doing meeting first time. So could you introduce yourself a little bit? Then I'll know to each other.
Yes, ma'am. It's my pleasure, ma'am. I'm Rashmi, belongs to Bihar, Bhagalpur. I'm a post. And I have a two kids. And now this time I create my hobby for learning English language, for speaking English language. That's all.
Yeah, okay, nice introduction. So yeah, like it's like about my turn. My name is Sneha, and I'm living in UK city of Greater Noida. I'm also married. I'm blessed with two kids, and as well as homemaker also. And if you talk about my qualifications, so I have done graduation in BSc Botany Honors. And if you talk about my hobbies, so I have a several hobbies. Like after marriage, like all hobbies like we left. But nowadays, only one hobbies like which is learning this language and how to become fluent in this language and how much like you give time on this language. But I'm not getting that much of time, so yeah, this way I'm learning. And if you talk about my apart from running my YouTube channel which is based on a spoken English, as that names is learn English with Neha. I think that's all about me. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice, ma'am. So,
So something about when did you start and which kind of problem you faced learning this language,
yeah,
and
ma'am.
who has
Yeah,
and who
ma'am. Last months, after last 2 months, when summer vacations for kids are and reopen the school, my kids go to school, then I'm start listening practice, conversation, English conversation videos, always listening practice. After 2 months, I'm preparing my accounts. No, I also start for conversational video conversation. That's I feel because I feel too much hesitation when I'm
Hmm.
stuck. And then 2 months I will start listening, but the last I think 10 September I create for speaking practice. I want to who want to talk with. I create my own environment.
Okay, okay. So who has motivated to learn this language? What is the reason behind of this?
And I am a self motivated and motivation for in the current scenario. I'm also say current scenario because if you have a kids and you go to school, then it's necessary for mother also speak in English. It's a current
Hmm. Yeah,
for marriage and everything we forget. Our study also I am forget what I study, but now I want to revise all the things and
yeah.
speaking necessary. Mm.
Because it's been a long time now, like not a study. If you are doing anything, you have done anything by your childhood, and you are not like touch those kind of things. 100% not you. Everyone can forget, because you are not like getting time. You are not touching. I must study every day. I'm doing writing, reading, listening. These kind of things we are not doing. So it's happened with everyone. You are not visible right now.
Okay, ma'am. Now I'm okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
it's happened with everyone, not for only you. So it's it's a so don't like think like that. And one thing what I want to know that, and do you have kids, right?
Yeah, I have two kids, ma'am. And younger
Okay,
one is 4 years and elder one is 7 years, 7.5 years.
okay. Then do you do like you can do practice with them also?
Yeah, I'm started right now. I'm started little bit practice.
Yeah.
After second kids, when she start to going to school, then I'm practice to start practicing.
Yeah, because you know what happened, because you are habitual to talk with every time Hindi language, and suddenly you will start little bit, not little bit, much more you feel hesitation while talking with family member. And so first of thing, yeah, we should remove this kind of agitation and fear. These kind of things you will start from your family member. Then you can go outside public place. Then we can remove this kind of agitation and fear. Still you are facing agitation and fear talking with a family member. Then how can we try to talk in public place? It's a very vital role. This kind of things will play for us. Then we can remove this kind of hesitation.
Very true. You say very true, ma'am. If I'm not starting my home, then how I start the outside other persons? It's very true, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, right.
I have
So
a
did
question.
we,
What you started
yeah,
when you start? Sorry for
yeah,
interrupting you. When you
yeah.
started
So
for English?
I okay. So I have started. I have been started learning this language 9 10 months ago.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
So continuously I'm learning because sometimes I also feeling like that I don't have so much time. Then how can I do? But again I thought no. I like I reached out this level doing by doing practice. And whenever I skip, then I will again like you. I think
Self.
like that. How can I talk with any person? So that's why I think no. It's like I have done very hard work. Then I have to do continue this journey.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
It's a very like like after learning this language you want to do something and just you have a passion to learning this language, that's why you're learning this language.
Have a good passion about okay, I want to learn this language. I want to speak fluently in this language. I want to properly in English communications. That's why I have start to learning this language. Mm.
So do you have any environment like yeah, live it like your family, you maybe not maybe your children will able to talk, but I'm talking about your friends and other
No,
family members. You
no,
can connect
no,
language.
in our surrounding, no environment. We always talk in Hindi and mother tongue also. That's why.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, so what is other tongue especially?
I think we have mother tongue in Bhagalpur, Angika.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's but don't worry because nowadays you will get lots of partner, but depend on you how much your time like you getting for a practice.
Yes.
So like whenever you get free time, then you can drop message and you can connect with anyone and you can improve yourself in this way. So it's a very
Yes.
easy. No, nowadays it's not a hard task
I
to
remember.
learning.
I remember last week when I started a little conversation, video conversation. I feel too much hesitation. I'm literally shivering and I'm stuck. Literally, I'm stuck. But now I want to. Okay, a little bit. I'm speak, but start to practice.
Speaking well. Why you are telling like a little bit of speak? So like I forgot which kind of question I'm asking.
Because of practice, I think no practice. That's why I think.
So till now, how much person do you connected with them? Did you
I
connected with them?
think 2-3%.
Okay, through the Skype.
Yeah, only two
Okay,
three times.
okay. So do you use any application for learning this language, or only you are using only if like for a Skype?
Only I'm using a Skype application.
Okay, okay. In a day, how much time you give particular like I have a time I have to give some like writing and sometime reading. How much time you do you give?
I'm started, but you give me as self. I 1 hour. I'm fixing 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours. I'm giving daily for this language.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, enough and no need to worry like that. I have to like do
Start.
study about grammar and just initially it's a very important, how much you are giving time like you on your speaking part as much as like you possible you speak up every time like while doing any household work out while doing kitchen work then you should try to like speak own.
Okay, oh, yes.
So like if you feel like continue 1 month you are doing that, then you'll feel much more comfortable in this language. Because when I started learning this language that time I also think like that it's quite difficult for me. But
But
1 2 months
in
slowly and I
start,
feel
time now I'm not fixing my time. So 1 hour. Okay, I have a 24 hour. Everyone has 24, but I'm not fixing. Okay, 1 hour I'm sit and proper talk with each and everyone, audio or video calls. The time was in my mind, set of my mind. First time set my minds, no, give me 1 hour. So, because in this times everyone is free. I think maximum one is free for talking. Mm.
I think so. You are giving 1 hour and something like that. It's yeah, it's good. But initially, like you have to talk and as well as you have to write something like that. You are what you have done. Like yesterday. I'm talking about present, past, future. And first you should try like you write down on your notebook like a daily routine. What you have
Oh,
like today daily routine. What like you can write down like about your future and past. So this because I also done when I started my journey, and still I am not doing regularly, but sometime I interested to know what I have done today. So this kind of thing I also nowadays I'm writing when I get free time. That day suppose I didn't get any part of for practice, so that day I want to write something.
yeah, right. मतलब daily general routines. You write daily journal today and past. Okay,
Whatever
okay.
done, whatever you have done, and whatever you are going to do, planning like about your future, then you can write something on notebook. For that, like if you write something, then you can recall something and like new things and how to make like a small sentences. Earlier I was not able to write. I was like I earlier I was not good in writing, and now still I'm learning. I'm not I can't say like I'm a good like write in writing, but nowadays I can manage.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now
Oh,
and now easily I can manage. So
oh,
this way writing is also very important, and reading is also, if you are going to read then. But initially days I feel like that speaking is a more important for other activity. You should
no,
focus more and like in part.
I think that's 100% true advice, because if you write now daily routines, or even what what is your planning for tomorrow, or what happened in last day, I think you start to conversation for someone. You
Mhm.
are with the daily what my next planning and what I have do in the last day, just like movie or watching TV or playing with kids. I think you give me very nice advice. If we write proper a sentence, then we speak fluently. Then yeah, I think it
Fourth
good.
thing, you should watch like if you are feeling stuck while talking like in daily sentences, then you should watch like related to daily sentences on YouTube. You can search, then that daily sentences is also help you a lot in improving this language. So it could be very like beneficial also. And initially days, a small a step you will take, then it will be helped a lot, because I have done earlier days.
Okay, okay. Thank you giving me this advice. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am. Mm.
So, if you have any question, then you can ask. Otherwise, let's wind up this session.
I have a two, three questions for you also, ma'am. How many hours in a day you give for your English to improve your English? I think your English is like you completed beginner level. I think you are now intermediate level. I say,
No, no, I'm not feeling like that. But yeah, I feel comfortable. You can say I feel comfortable. I'm not feeling agitation and fear, but I can talk with any. And nowadays, I also feel like that you are a beginner. That's why you're observing this kind of thing, like But when I started talking in front of who is person, like very known as very like very well mannered, they will talk in front of me. That time I also feel like agitation and fear. Not
you
agitation, fear. How
in,
if talk
yeah.
like use wrong sentence, then what will happen? But nowadays I feel comfortable, touch wood. So like nowadays I didn't fix any time, but every time I try to give like 9 to 1 o'clock, 9 sometime 9 and sometime 10. It means 3 hours I want to give time. And but depend like as a homemaker, you know very well, sometime will some urgent will come, urgent work will come, that time you have to do that work. So in this way, but every day I try to give this much of time, or sometime 2 hours, sometime 3 hours.
Okay, so nice, ma'am. Okay, and your kids, you have a kids, two kids now.
Mhm.
Uh, Great, both.
And my elder one is studying the fourth standard, and my little one is studying nursery.
Okay, and then manageable is too much kids. If your kids go start nursery now, it's time. You give time for your study. It's difficult, little bit difficult, I think.
So
Okay.
that's fine. Now 1 o'clock will happen. My little will come back from the school, and my younger one is like nowadays exam is going on. So like, but a younger, older one will leave at home, then it could be manageable. But when little one will come, that could be like very hectic for me.
Okay, I understand, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for connecting with. Okay,
Thank you
bye.
for approaching me. Bye bye. Thank you.